How's it going today, guys? Welcome to our holiday catering package reheating instruction video. We're doing a little bit different this year, so we'll go through the full gamut of the reheating instructions. This is what all the sides look like. These are pretty straightforward. They can just go right in the oven, right in these pans. If you choose to, you can add on a rack of ribs, smoked and glazed, some smoked brisket we got here. We also have sliced turkey breast, ham available, as well as sausages. And then of course we can't forget the gravy and the cranberry barbecue sauce. So let's get it started. So we've got our Brussels sprouts, our stuffing, our green bean casserole with the crispy onion topping, mac and cheese, ginger snap topped sweet potatoes, and our garlic buttermilk smashed potatoes, our slider rolls, and then obviously the ham, brisket, the ribs. All right guys, so step one of the reheating. I think the entire dinner should only take you guys an hour to reheat, maybe a little bit less. So I would get started with the turkey first. Ham. I've got a pot of boiling water. I'm gonna put this turkey right here in my cooler. Top it with boiling water. And just make sure it's fully submerged in the water. This could also work in your plastic tub that you have your leftover blankets under your bed, or you can just use a large stock pot if you have one and just kind of keep it at like just below a simmer. And then we're gonna unpackage it and just put it under the broiler for just a couple of minutes to kind of hopefully crisp the skin back up. And then this brisket should only take about 10 minutes to heat up in the hot water. So after a little bit, I'm gonna toss this brisket into. Ham. The Brussels sprouts are only gonna take maybe 5 to 7 minutes, but everything else is gonna take a little bit longer, closer to 15 to 20 minutes to heat up. The green bean casserole should take about 20 minutes. We're gonna be looking for this to kind of start to get nice and bubbly. And then when that happens, we're gonna put the onions on top and just let those brown off. The stuffing, we're gonna let to get nice golden brown color, as well as the mac and cheese, ginger snap topped sweet potatoes, and the smashed potatoes. So we're gonna go ahead and load all these in the oven. This fancy oven. I imagine you guys don't have a self-sliding oven rack at home, but here we go. Should put these bad boys in here. And then I'm gonna wait pretty much until all this other stuff is done to put the Brussels sprouts in the oven. All right, so while we're getting all that stuff up, in case you got a rack of our delicious pork ribs, I'm gonna show you guys how to get those heated up. I've got a little sheet tray lined with foil just so I don't trash my sheet tray as I'm broiling these ribs off. I've got a rack of ribs. You can see this is kind of the meatier side. And then you got the side where you can kind of visibly see the bones. So I'm gonna cut from this side, pop this bag open. A little bit of our rib glaze. So as soon as like our sides come out, I'll set the oven to broil. And this will take about 10 minutes, 5 minutes per side to get nice and toasty, crispy, and heated through. All right. Stuffing is nice and toasty golden brown. There is egg in this, so we do want to make sure that it is cooked through, but by the time it's nice and toasted up like this, you should be good to go. Got our sweet potatoes with the ginger snap crust, nice and browned up. Our green beans are nice and hot. And our mac and cheese is looking pretty beautiful. Crispy onions. And then toss these back in the oven along with our Brussels sprouts. So the gravy, if you want to put it on the stove, you can, but this is a microwave safe container, so if you want, microwave it for a couple of minutes, get that nice and hot. And then the cranberry barbecue sauce can either be warmed up or just served at room temperature. So you don't need to do a whole lot to that, but let's go ahead and warm this gravy up while we're getting everything else together. So as we're heating everything else up, guys, we'll talk a little bit about the dessert options. We've got our banana pudding, a Fed Pig favorite. You guys have probably all tried this. If you go for this, great, but we did bring in some reinforcements for the rest of the desserts. Our corporate pastry chef, Vince, he can talk to you guys about the rest of the desserts here.
Thanks, Rob. Happy holidays, everyone. So we have a few classic choices, as always, pumpkin pie and our southern pecan pie that we're doing this year. But we also have something a little bit different. So we're doing a bourbon and caramel cinnamon monkey bread. So really, really awesome, using our house-made biscuits. It's like a nice bourbon pecan filling that we're dumping in there and mixing up with some cinnamon sugar. It'll come like this, so you can heat it up in your oven, about 350 for about 8 to 10 minutes. So it's nice and gooey and hot. I would suggest putting it on a sheet tray, just in case you get a little bit of some of that pecan bubbling over. But yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with any of these choices. So.
And that monkey bread is awesome for a day after holiday breakfast. So if you can't finish it at dessert, or you still want to get pecan pie for your holiday dessert, definitely still get some of this monkey bread. All right, hope you haven't missed out on that.
Hey guys, I'm Larry, the beverage director for Catalog Restaurant Group, and I want to introduce you to some of our cocktails for our holiday catering package. So for this holiday, I have 2 cocktails for you. One is our pomegranate paloma made with tequila. The other is our Avenue Smash made with bourbon and some Amaro. And I selected both of these drinks because I think they have a lot of nice holiday flavors. The paloma actually utilizes a pomegranate syrup, so has a nice sort of fall Thanksgiving-y type flavor, also great at Christmas time. And the Avenue Smash utilizes bourbon and Amaro, both of which are spirits that I think are really warming and promote holiday spirit. They're both absolutely delectable with the food the chef has made for you guys. They pair really well with a lot of the smoky flavors and sort of the wholesome, delicious flavors of the mac and cheese, for example. And they both contain 4 servings each, so you can certainly enjoy them with the whole family, or if you're having a bad holiday, you can drink it all to yourself.
Sizzling these ribs up, I started with the bone side, get those kind of crisped up, and then I'm gonna just flip this rack over, then glaze up the top side, pop them back in under the broiler. Another 4 or 5 minutes, those should be good to go. All right, the ribs are sizzling and sazzling, percolated. Look pretty damn good to me. So I'm gonna pop these on the cutting board. I'm gonna go ahead and plate up the rest of our meats here. This brisket smells awesome. Nice and tender. Don't lose any of the juices out there either. Yeah. All right, guys, really hope you enjoy your holiday meal package here. From the dessert to the ham to the brisket, the ribs, whatever else you might have gotten. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much.